So welcome to the Last But Not Least podcast. I'm your boy JT, a.k.a. ASAP, a.k.a. I'm that guy.
It's your boy Troy Fontaine. Mr. Make a Smile. She gonna stay a while.
You already know.
You feel me?
You already know, because you already know evil must be good.
It must be good.
Gotta be good.
Yeah,
man. So definitely happy to be here, man. Wanted to go ahead and jump right on into it. For those who have been in the know or, have been listening to the things that circle around some of social media and things like that, there's a bit of an outlash towards your girl Sierra, a.k.a. Miss Goodies, a.k.a. Miss Two-Step, a.k.a. Future's ex's ex.
Mrs. Russell Wilson.
Yeah. So for those who are unaware, there are a lot of women, I'd say it would be a feminist group, that are upset that she is promoting independence while being with Russell Wilson, who obviously takes care of her in the vast amount, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's crazy because it's like she's telling you don't need no man and you don't need this and you don't need to do all that, but she's sitting up here laying up with a dude who literally takes care of her all the time.
That's making millions of dollars.
Telling
y'all to not be with a guy that's making a regular salary.
Right. And what's crazy is, and I've had that conversation before, where it's just like, women don't give other women good advice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very contradictory to listen to other women give women advice. Because one, most of them don't understand the man's ploy or plight or what his perspective is. They don't know what men really want. So exactly. It's always a self-centered, objective opinion that they give, and it always puts you in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? And generally speaking, I hate to say it, ladies, like, women love company. Misery love company. Exactly. And, you see a female that's doing good, and they like, nah.
And the opinion is going off of their past.
Right.
Your past might have not been what her past was.
Exactly.
You didn't choose the right man. She might. So that's hard to do, ladies.
I agree. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Like, what are your thoughts on, like, the music and how it's such a contradiction of the life? Not just R&B music, but rap does that a lot too, where it's like everybody talking about no snitching, and now all of a sudden it's like a snitch culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the norm now. So what are your thoughts on, like, how music isn't a real reflection? It's not indicative of what we are as a people.
Music does shape the world. Like, it's all we do when we need to relax. When we're going through something, most people go listen to music. Mm-hmm. You might not even be listening to it, but somebody else is playing it and you hear it. So indirectly, you're listening to music, and It affects your day or whatever you're going through. That's just what we do. Yeah. So if I hear it all day, all the time, I'm probably prone to do it myself.
Gotcha.
So I think that's what it shapes the world. It shapes everything that we do. If you didn't hear it in a song, you wouldn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And this is the problem, is that, like, a lot of, you got to understand, like, your entertainment sometimes is a reflection of what people perceive you to be, right? So how they perceive us in music, how they perceive us in movies and things like that, the outside world, who don't know what the black experience is, assumes that this is all we're about, that we're about twerking and shooting each other and killing each other, when the vast majority of us, not only do we disagree, we don't even care for the music that's coming out, but that's not what everybody else can see. Because if you look at it, like, if you in China and you're Chinese or something, right, and you go look at a scary movie, you would assume that all black people like dying for white people, because that's what you see in almost every movie. It's some black guy that says, y'all let me know if I'm wrong here, right? It'd be a movie, right, and they be running from, like, the evil person, and the black guy always says, you guys go ahead while I hold them off. Nigga, that ain't how we are. I'm not getting ready to hold off a Leatherface so you can run into a cornfield, bro.
Hey, what are we supposed to do? He's telling them to hold them off because he finna go the real way. Y'all go that way, I'm going this way.
And that would be the real part about it. But, you know, in actuality, they make the guy sacrifice himself.
Pretty much.
And it's like, come on, bro, that's not what we do as people. And, you know, if you don't know no better and you want to think that you want to know black people, or you meet somebody black for the first time and you think that that's what it is, like, that's not. That's not. We wouldn't sacrifice ourselves. Some of them won't save your mama.
That's true.
Much less somebody that you just
so
met.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's it's so far fetched, and this is just another example. But I do find it funny that everybody got mad at Ciara for saying the shit, but ain't nobody get mad at Beyonce for saying the shit. She was singing "Single Ladies"
she said it first,
years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
All the single ladies, put your hands up, and her hand is up, and she been married for 10, 15 years. Got cheated on, and you
stayed. But the thing is, she stayed. She got cheated on and stayed.
Yeah.
Some women don't even do that now.
Yeah,
they get cheated on and.
What more do you want from me?
You know, like, come on, man.
It is what it is.
Like when are we gonna get to a point though, like when we can be transparent? That's why I don't really, and I sound like an old guy when I say this, right? But that's why I really don't rock with the new music, because I don't feel like there's an accurate depiction of what we are going through in the music. I don't feel like people are putting out their personal experiences in music nowadays.
Well, we did have a conversation about this. It is music out there. It's just not being pushed because that's not the popularity of it.
But why? Who holds the key to what's popular? Now we starting to ask the real question.
I couldn't answer that question. If I could, I would probably be a rapper by now.
Well, but again, so it's like everybody has a story, right? Everybody has a unique experience on this little place we call life, right? And I think it's important for us to understand and appreciate everybody's experience. But at some point, we got to take a step back and say, hey, man, like, is this fictitious or is this reality? So, like, Tupac, right? And I know I probably sound, again, like an old nigga using Tupac references and things like that. But, like, him writing about Brenda got a baby, I don't think he knew somebody named Brenda who had a baby who threw it away in the trash. He was able to create a story based off of instances that he either experienced or people around him experienced, and he gave that message to the people that this is going on, this is wrong, you know what I'm saying, and we should do better as a people. We don't have that in today's society because it is uplifting. It is like it's like looking in the mirror and having an understanding of the decisions that you made, why it's wrong, and how we can do better. They don't promote that kind of music because that's what they don't want us to do. Right. They don't want us to be self-aware. You know what I mean? And
they want to keep us down.
Exactly. So. And that's why they want to keep men out of the household. That's why they keep pushing this independent bullshit. You know what I mean? You remember years ago, right? It wasn't a long time ago. Young Jeezy, right? All the Young Jeezy fans, shout out Young Jeezy. No disrespect. No disrespect to Young Jeezy. I don't have a Jeezy sound effect queued up, so if I did, I would have hit it. But Jeezy was telling people to trap or die, end quote. Yeah. It's trap or die, nigga. Yeah. Come to find out his son in college with a 3.7 GPA.
So he decided not to trap.
But I thought this was the game. I thought he was immersed in it. And that's the thing. It's like we telling everybody else the wrong stuff to do so we can laugh
while we doing the right stuff.
It's like we getting hustled, bro. Yeah. We getting hustled.
I mean, what else you expect? It sells. Just like sex sells, this stuff sells. If I tell you to go out here and be a dope boy, if I tell you to go out here and be wrong to your girl, call her a bitch and all that, if I tell you to go do your boyfriend wrong, go suck every man off in the world, it's selling because it sounds good, it's to a beat, it's nice, it's good, and it's selling.
Right, I agree.
So it's just, where else do you want them to be?
Right. Well, I mean, I want people to understand that they're being had. You know what I'm saying? And there's a clip of Kevin Hart. He was on the Joe Rogan show, right? And he was talking about his SAT scores. Let me see if I can pull that up for y'all so we can get
on my SAT, confessions.
I didn't even take mine.
Hey,
confessions.
They give you 400 for putting your name on the paper. It's a true story.
Wow. 400.
I guess ABACADA. I did abacadabra all the way down. True story. I swear to God. Hand on my mother's grave. ABACADA. All the way down. I didn't care because it was a class trip that same day. I wanted to go Great Adventure.
Wow.
I was told that not taking my SAT seriously would prohibit me from furthering myself in life. That's what I was told. At the moment, I said, "Damn, maybe I should have applied myself. Maybe I should have
Right.
did different."
Yeah.
When I saw all my friends get their test scores back and they were ecstatic, 800s, 900s, 960s, everybody's going to college. Felt like the biggest idiot in the fucking world.
See?
The biggest idiot in the fucking world. Because the same people that I went and rushed to go to Great Adventure with, they had taken the SAT the week before. They already got their work done.
See? And that's so important. You know what I mean? Like we so worried about everybody else, bro. We worrying about the wrong stuff. What's going on with you? What is going on with you specifically? Stop worrying about what everybody else.
Exactly.
Social media make it so easy to tiptoe into somebody else's life, and it make you feel like you're doing less than. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know what their circumstances are. Like, we just
don't know what they've
assume.
been through. Yeah.
Right. So if Kevin Hart, somebody who was as successful as he is, seen in that moment, he had been duped. Not to say that anybody convinced him to do it. He wasn't mature enough to understand that this was bigger than that.
Right.
And so often in our youth, you have these decisions where it's like, I mean, he's one of the few that probably can say, I came back from doing some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But how many people did the same exact thing on their SATs or their ACTs, right? And now they working at Foot Locker.
Right.
You know what I mean? No offense to anybody working at Foot Locker.
I didn't even take the ACT.
You ain't take the ACT? Would you take the ACT?
I took the SAT. I didn't take the ACT.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you had to take one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like.
But if you're a scholar, you'll take both.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I know a lot of what we consider back then the smart kids took both.
Yeah, and not only that, like that helps you with your grants, your scholarships, your test grade, and that's why I never understood like in our households, like if you a black person, right? As soon as your kid hit 18, it's like all hands off. Like, oh my God, I'm done.
I was in my first apartment by 18.
You see what I'm saying? But in reality, that's when your parents should really hold on to you tighter.
Right.
Because that's when you're more prone to making a mistake.
Exactly.
It's because now you have freedoms that you didn't have. You have a car. You can get around. You're not just getting in trouble in the neighborhood. Now you can get around to wherever. You go all these girls' houses. You can do all this other stuff. That's when you need to be closer to adults because not only have they been there, they've learned from those experiences.
Exactly. Hopefully those good experience rub off on you at that age.
Definitely. Like, look.
At that age, you like a sponge. You just soaking up everything.
Yeah.
And if you hanging with your homeboys and they doing the stupid stuff, you just gonna soak up the stupid stuff and do it along with them.
Exactly. And I mean, you can stay wherever. I mean, stupid is on every corner.
Right.
It's not exclusive to a certain part of town.
Exactly.
Whatever you want to say. Like, so you can take your kid from Riverdale and move him to Johns Creek. There's stupid people in Johns Creek too.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? There's stupid people all over the place. So I think it's important that, you know, we as black folks, like my kids specifically, like when they hit 18, I'm not pushing them out the door. Hey, man, let's figure out what you want to do. What do you want to become in life? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of it all, like, that's my job as a parent. I plan on bribing my kids from grade school up to high school on getting good grades. You know why? Because it's cheaper to bribe children to get good grades than it is to pay for college.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that I want to. Let's just say my daughter come to me and say, Daddy, I want to be a doctor.
Okay. Could happen.
That's 8 years in general studies and
8
another
years
4
in your pockets.
Right. And another 4 if you specify in something.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you want to be a gynecologist or an oncologist
a
or
neurosurgeon. Then you got to get a residency. So it's the 12 years plus you got to do another 2 to 4 years with a residency just to start your own practice. You're talking almost 20 years of a continued education to be what it is that you want to be. Like, so it's almost imperative that you find people or you get kids that have scholarships that can take advantage of free education because you will go into debt trying to make sure your child is doing what they want to do. And as we know, children change their minds quite often.
Very often.
So, yeah, man, like I don't know, man. I hate that we are in this place.
How do you feel about the push to go to school nowadays?
Oh shit!
Because when I was younger, it was a push, but it wasn't a hard push. It was like, hey, you graduate, you go to school, cool. If you graduate and you get a job, you're in the working field, that's cool too.
Right.
So it wasn't a real push like, hey, school after school is what you need to do.
Right. Well, for me personally, education was like everything. My grandfather wasn't educated. He had, I think, like a fourth or fifth or sixth grade education, so didn't get past elementary school. And he put such an emphasis on me, my cousins, and my brother and everything to get your education. I can hear him in the back of my head right now, still telling me to go get my education, right? Because that's what he knew would render the results that he wanted me to be subjected to or to accomplish, right? Generally speaking, back in the 70s, if you were educated, that means you made more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were more likely to have kids that had education, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that was the mold. And I was pressed to go to school, to finish school and to go to college and things like that. But in today's society, what do you want to do? Because
I don't think it's much of a push anymore.
Yeah.
I think now it's more of a, if you got talent or you're popular, you can put yourself on the internet, and now you're going to make the millions that you was making if you went to school back in the day.
I agree. There's definitely a lot more avenues to be successful, and not only to be successful, but to learn how to be successful. Right. That's the biggest thing, and that's the reason why a lot of people put you in colleges, is because not just for the education, but the fraternities and the networking that you could do. Like, I got a job simply because I went to Full Sail. You know what I'm saying? Somebody looked at my resume and was like, oh yeah, I went to that school too. It was in my hometown. You know, that put me in a position where my counterparts couldn't necessarily say that they were.
Right.
So I do believe that it's paid off a little bit, but the job that I have didn't require a college education. So
I agree. Granted, going to school does give you some benefits.
Yeah.
It might give some people a lot of benefits, but like I said, it wasn't the push for me.
Right.
If you go, cool. If you don't, cool. So.
Well, I mean, it's always about the payback program, right? So you're talking about going to school. I think I acquired maybe $72,000 worth of debt.
Did you get it? What the Biden thing?
Biden ain't did shit. Pardon my language.
Now, to say that, somebody today just told me that their college loans were erased.
Cap.
He got a letter, said he had $43,000 loan, and it was gone.
Who dick did he suck? I'm just joking. I'm just saying, like, what happened?
He said he did the loan. He filled out the loan forgiveness application. At first, he said he was denied, or he didn't make the requirements or something. And then he said he just got a letter that said all his debt was erased.
Shout out to him.
Right.
I put in a request. From my knowledge, was they were trying to push forward with eliminating like $10,000 worth of the debt or something like that. That got put on hold because of Congress, and there is a large constituent of people who paid their student loans that are frustrated that somebody who didn't pay it is going to get some form of leave from their responsibilities. But again, I think it's important to point out, how many people got college educations and actually work in the field that they've received a degree in?
Nah, not many.
Right. So if I go to school for something, right, and I'm suspected to make this much, right, and I don't get hired doing X, okay, well, now I'm in the workforce with everybody else who didn't go to school without that degree. So how am I supposed to live if I have to? I mean, you talking about $60,000? That's a car note.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we're talking about $400 or $500 a month that you paying in student loans, and you're not even making the money to justify paying it back.
Right. That's why the loans don't get paid back.
That's why you get bare minimum.
Exactly.
Why you think we doing this YouTube shit? I'm trying to get back.
You want $50 a month? I give you $50 a month. It might be $45, but I'm trying my best to get you $50.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe account to see if I can't pay for my college education. But
man,
nah, man, it's
and you know what's frustrating about this is, like you just said, people paying it, and then they don't get that chance to get it paid off. I think I put in the application, but I'm not sure. But I think I did, but I'm not sure, and I'm mad if I'm not sure.
Application for what?
For the loan forgiveness, thinking that my loans will be gone.
How many loans you? How many loans?
I got about 20,000.
Oh, you baby loan.
Yeah,
you baby loan.
But
you
still,
baby loan, man. You know what I mean?
It don't matter. It's still a loan.
But we want to switch?
No, you keep that. You got that.
We can switch.
But the other part of it is $20,000 that I owe now.
Yeah.
I hadn't finished it yet.
Oh,
It's still
okay.
in process right
Yeah,
now.
I got you.
So it ain't. That's just half of it.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
So yeah.
I mean, and it was funny though. It's like, you know, when you really think about it, man, like, what are you learning in college that I could Google half the shit that I learned in college. If we just gonna be completely honest, you know what I'm saying? Like,
YouTube University, if they could give me a degree, I'd have 5 of them by now.
I'm telling you, actually, Google does have certifications. It's not a degree, but it's certifications. And they're based on what you want to learn how to code. You
Right.
want to learn how to work cameras. You want to learn about finances. You want to learn about the stock market. They have all these different tutorials from well-renowned professionals that can give you information that you can take into a professional setting and potentially make money off of. So, I mean, I had this conversation with somebody. I forgot when it was, maybe a couple months ago. The youth outlet to make money, now is way better than it was when I was, 15, 16 years old. Like, I had to start working at Chick-fil-A at $5.25 an hour, bro. Like $5.25 an hour. This was in 2005. I know because Trapped in the Closet came out, and we was in the kitchen when Trapped in the Closet came out. Everybody was nailing radio.
What was I doing in 2005?
2005.
I think that was when I was working at. I think I was still at Finish Line, maybe half of the year,
Gotcha.
and then I went to the airport.
Yeah. So, I mean, you think about what you was making then opposed to what kids get started off at now.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was making $6.25 at the airport because that's why I left Finish Line. I was like, oh, I'm making $6.25.
I done came up.
Right, I came up.
Ain't that a damn shame? Like, you thought you done came up because you made $1. I mean, and that's
a dollar more.
And that's the thing. Like, kids now, it's like you can go work for Amazon $15 right now.
Out the bank.
Right now. And it's like, damn, this shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I used to look at my check and be like, what do you want?
They taking everything.
Everything. Oh, God, Uncle Sam. I remember one time I went to cash a check, but I swear Buddy pulled the money out of his pocket. He ain't even going to register for it.
Oh, this it?
This
There
it.
you go.
Oh, okay. He counted it out. I was like, man, count that again. He said, sir, it's 3 bills on the counter. Ain't nothing for me to count. But nowadays it's just different. You got Uber Eats and stuff like that.
You got ways to make money.
Entrepreneurs, you got YouTube, you can monetize, and it's so many different avenues where you can become a self-made millionaire.
That's true.
That we didn't have necessarily back in those days. So I'm happy that these avenues exist. So to your point and to answer your question directly, no, I don't believe college should be pushed nearly as much as it still is being, because I don't think that is a prerequisite to your success in life. I think you could be just as successful if you wanted to do something completely off the radar.
Cool.
You know what I mean? So,
okay, I agree with that.
Yeah, man. And so I see a lot of people like on TikTok and Snapchat, stuff like that, where they do it's like they just do reviews on food spots. They be like, hey, you in Atlanta?
Right.
Why don't you
Check
come
this
out
out.
try
Yeah.
Crawdaddy's over here in Decatur?
And some of the spots don't even be that good for real.
Hey, the food ain't did what it's supposed to do.
It ain't did shit.
It didn't.
But
You know what I mean?
but they got people that's following them looking for those reviews. Like, oh, they gonna go try them spots.
Yeah.
And it's free advertisement for the company. They don't even know about it, but it's free advertisement. They say, hey, this spot was good. They got good drinks. They got good food. Us as consumers gonna look at it and say, oh, I want to go try it out.
Yeah.
Now you just gave advertisement and you didn't even get paid. Some people don't even get paid from it.
Yeah. I mean, and see, that's the thing that I think, and this is the difference, and not to get on a soapbox and nothing like that, but that's the difference between white folks and black folks to a degree, because I think they break down that to the percentage, the decimal, right? So what they would do, if you have a following of 50, 60,000, right, and you do reviews, at the very least, if the restaurant not going to pay you for doing a review, y'all could at least pay for my food.
Right.
I could at least get this food for free.
But I guess you got to put that review and once again go back to how many followers you got, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Put that review in front of the right person. They might be like, cool, we appreciate that.
I agree.
We'll give you a comp night for dinner.
Exactly. Speaking of subscriptions, make sure you subscribe. The link's below.
Hit that bell.
Hit that bell. You know what I'm saying? Get your notifications. Comment down below if you agree. You know what I'm saying? With the college take, the Sierra take.
Comment if you don't agree.
Yeah, please do. We want to take all all opinions, you know what I'm saying, into consideration, you know what I mean? Because we want to build this brand. We want to make this podcast, you know, for the people. Like you said, like this is for regular, everyday people. We regular people. Regular Negroes.
regular degular.
Yeah, so we just trying to make something that, you know, is relatable and that everybody can appreciate, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into a whole lot of topics coming up here soon. Yeah. We're going to crank out a whole bunch of videos. Some of these
topics fire too.
I'm telling you. So we are actively looking for guests on the show as well. So if you want to come down to the show, you in Atlanta for whatever reason, reach out to us on social media, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. I'll put the link and everything in the description below. And Instagram. I forgot Instagram. Yeah. How I forget the gram? We on MySpace too for y'all old niggas.
Oh man, Black Planet.
Oh Lord.
MySpace. Tag.
Lord. Oh God. Them throwbacks.
Right.
Hey, look, and we on the hotline at night too.
Right. Call us up. We'll holler at you.
Connecting locals live. Call 1-800.
You get 10 free minutes.
Right. Hey, I remember being on them things, boy, thinking I was yo, what's up? This your boy JT. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to chill. Like, you know what I mean?
You got a friend? They normally say yeah.
Yeah.
Can my homeboy call?
Yeah, he call. He pull up. It's the Trout or some shit. Man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We're gonna keep some more content kicking out for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So y'all have a good day.
Salute.
Yeah.